Hello and welcome to ParkLifeSport Champions League Roundup. I'm here with Luke McNulty and I'm Wrenn. So we go on to our first story from last night, which was obviously Juventus beating Atletico Madrid 3-2 on aggregate, with this man scoring a hat-trick. This is Ronaldo's 52nd hat-trick in his career, and he's obviously the Champions League top goal scorer. Despite Atletico's best interests and them being such a good defensive team, they just couldn't hold back running, could they, Luke?
No. I mean, you can see it here, can't we? Giving it the big ones. Honestly, when it gets to the knockout stages of the Champions League, it's a different beast. And Juventus were firmly on top throughout the game. When they went 1-0 up after 27 minutes, you thought it was a matter of time before they got 2 or 3. So, yeah, fully deserving of a place in the quarters.
86th minute penalty, obviously, for Ronnie as well. Just an absolute animal when it comes to the big stages. You could say people argue that he might be a better player than Messi when it comes to the big games, but we'll leave that argument for another day. Then next, we've obviously got Man City.
Yeah, they obviously finished the job in some style last night against Schalke. Scored 7 at the Etihad, 10 overall in the tie, and they're through to the quarterfinals. I think it's the first time in 8 or 9 years there's been 3 or more English teams in the quarterfinal draw. Liverpool could make that 4 teams tonight, but we'll focus on Man City. How do you think they look going through to the quarters?
Well, Man City, it's just a complete statement to the whole of Europe, I think, with that win. 7-0 scoreline. It's their biggest ever in Champions League history for them at the Etihad. Aguero got 2. He's obviously their all-time top goal scorer. On top of that, Phil Foden, the youngster, came on and scored his first ever Champions League goal. But they just look phenomenal. We can see the way Guardiola gets them playing. And despite Schalke obviously putting up a good fight in the first leg, there's nothing they could have done. They absolutely just ran lines through them. On top of that, it could have been 8. Sane was denied of his second because of VAR, and we obviously have a little chat about VAR and how it is involved last night. We had the incident with Ronaldo in the Juve game for a start.
Yeah, well, we saw it last week, didn't we, in Paris, with Man United going through. Ronaldo was he was denied a chance, well, not denied a chance, but alleged to have fouled Oblak in the first 5 minutes last night. So VAR is becoming a big issue in football, and it doesn't seem to be speeding up at all as we get through the quarterfinals. You know, they're saying that referees need to get used to it. The World Cup was a work in progress, but it's still taking 4 or 5 minutes, isn't it? It's
taken a very long time, and it obviously had to chunk on stoppage time at the end of the game, but they got this one correct with the Sane decision. He was offside, and then we had the goal on technology with Ronaldo. So it's all flames with the whole technology systems going on in football, and we're moving into a new era now in this sort of sport. But we'll move on anyway to tomorrow's fixtures in the Champions League, where I'm sure we'll see some more VAR action. First of all, we've got Barcelona, who face Lyon after their sort of goal drought away in the first leg. It was a 0-0, but I fully expect Barca to go through on this one. Like, I think at the end of the day, they've got Messi, they've got Ousmane Dembele out with injury, but the last time they lost the Champions League game was all the way back when they played Bayern Munich in 2013. Since then, they've played 29 Champions League home games and they've won 26 of them. So, what do you think of this tie at the end of the day? Messi probably back to...
Unpopular opinion, Chad. I fancy Lyon to give it a right go tonight.
Similar to Ajax.
Similar to Ajax. Barcelona aren't a mess like Real Madrid are, but we've seen Lyon go to the Etihad this season, beat Man City. They look terrifying at times on the counter with players like Memphis and Fekir. If they get the first goal tonight, squeaky bum time at the Nou Camp.
Barca will be shaking, but obviously it's a bit of an anniversary as well. Barca this time last season, 6-1 against PSG, so...
2 years ago.
2 years ago, my bad. Bad info there, but obviously we know what this Barca squad's capable of. Not too many changes since then, apart from Neymar leaving the door. But that's our only minor game for tonight's games. We've got a big game for Liverpool. They're obviously chasing Man City in the Premier League, but when it comes to the Champions League, they're the only finalists left in the competition after Real Madrid were knocked out, and tonight they're playing Bayern Munich.
Big one. Very big one. Pundits are saying that Liverpool should focus on the league, but you've got a game at the Allianz Arena tonight. How can you not try and go for it? Liverpool will feel like they're in a good position tonight. 0-0 at home is not a bad one. If they get the first goal tonight, Bayern have got to score 2. So I think Klopp will send them out. They'll be bang at it first 15 minutes, and they'll be trying to scare Bayern and get that first goal and really shake them up.
Well, obviously, big names like Muller are suspended and Naby Keita's out with an injury as well.
Kimmich's in suspension as well.
Trent Alexander-Arnold has travelled with the squad, but he had a bit of an injury in his last Premier League fixture. So we'll see how this one goes. It's going to be a really good tie, good one for the neutrals. We've had a few people in the newsroom earlier chatting to us saying that they think it might go to penalties. So we'll see about this one. It's going to be definitely a feisty and tasty tie.
Can't wait.
That'll be all from us anyway for this Champions League roundup. I hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and look out for everything we put up on social media with @ParkLife_sport. Thank you.